tracks.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Sunday Night Live with my co-host, Evil Mike. What's up, Mike?
Howdy.
Howdy. I love it. Been an interesting day today.
Yes.
Talking about that. Hope you had a great weekend.
It was good. It was good. You?
It was a good discussion last night.
Oh, yeah, it was fun. And that gets my rocks off right there. You have no idea.
The Dark Tower gets Mike's rocks off. Quoted here, folks.
Mm-hmm. Clip it.
See who else here? Tina. What's up, babe?
Hey, Tina.
Hope you're doing well. Just got home from work. Let's go on. Lost
What's up,
Cruises.
James?
How are you doing, buddy? Steve, my brother from Beyond the Wall.
What's up, brother Steve?
Morning on the train to work. Hey, appreciate you, bud.
Right.
Why are you using
That's
the train? You don't want to get out the nice car?
Could be commuter issues, you know.
Could be easier, I guess.
Cheaper.
Yeah. James. What's up, DJ?
Hey, James.
The other James. Back-to-back James. Brian LCS.
Sunday. What's up, Brian?
I think you did pretty well this morning. It was just kind
I think you did excellent.
Kind of a retarded.
Yeah, not. Hey! You watch that word? No. Not exactly the Sunday I wanted to wake up. You know, that's not. But I mean, I come from one of those kind of families, so our Sunday breakfast kind of looked like that. You know.
We have voting is now closed, and we'll see the winners November 2nd. So thank you so much, everybody. I just want to say that voted for me and Mike. Really appreciate that, especially for this show and my Wednesday show. Love you all so much.
Yes, thank you.
All right, we got D's Comic Corner. This is Dan. Was DM Hockey was his channel. He made a comic book channel.
Son of a
Were you trying to figure that? Because I was trying to figure that
out. Yes, okay. There is something weird when like someone knows your name before you meet them, and he had already knew like me as Mike or whatever, and I was like, "Hey, D."
No, I went to his channel.
I did sub though. I did sub.
Yeah. What's going on, Dan? I got a shout out for you with your new channel. Boar, what's going on, brother?
Bro.
How are you doing today, Boar? I've been seeing you all over the place. Mm-hmm. L to the Ray. What's going on, L Ray?
Hey, L Ray.
Appreciate you as always. See you Tuesday. Cat Fan, what's going on, bestie?
Hey, Cat Fan.
Hope you're staying warm. Check out Cat Fan weekday 8 o'clock Central Time for Comic and Collectible. Has plenty of comics now. I sent him like 50. So
yes, I just need toys to go with them.
Like X-Men, Uncanny X-Men 280 through like 299, missing maybe 5.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I tried to give him because that dude has so many doubles. Got everything organized, and you're just like, damn, I got 3 of this one, 2 of this one, 3 of this. Just like, I got to get rid of some of this. What's up, babe? Just got off work. Monch, what's going on, Monch?
Hey, 23.
Monch is a great artist in the community. I voted for him for the Artist of the Year, but he just put out a challenge for everybody to do a VR showing off what art they have of his. He wants to kind of like track down, see if he can get a bearing on what art is in the community of his still. And so I need to do one of those. I got like 4 or 5 pieces from him. I need to do that. You don't? Yeah, I need to get you some.
I have a lot of art from the community, and some that I mean you might not ever get art from, but just not 23. What's up,
Right.
Phil?
What's up, Phil? Detroit Phil. I bet you're happy. The Lions beat the Vikings. Vikings were 5-0. Lions were 4-1. Lions beat the Vikings, and now the Lions are in the lead in the division over the Vikings. It's a great game. Really close. They won at the last second. So bet you're pretty happy about that. Thanks for coming by, Phil. Collector P, what's going on, brother?
Hey, Collector P.
He's got some great books he's been showing on Instagram. Thanks for coming by. Beth, what's going on, Beth?
Hey, Bethany.
Hope you're doing well. She had to go to a family reunion for her mother last night and kind of be in the middle of all that just conversation. I know that can't be too fun, I wouldn't imagine.
Sounds glorious.
Hope you're doing well, Beth. Hope to see you tomorrow night. Maybe you're doing a live, I hope. Beth's also a week from tomorrow is her ladies' night stream. She has like 7 or 9 ladies lined up for there. So it'd be a nice little get together for the females in the community. Always love seeing that. Not too many of them, so it's good to get them together. What's up, Paul?
What's up, Paul on the 619?
How are you doing, brother? Check out Paul and his amazing friends Tuesdays, 7 o'clock Central Time. Once football's over, I'll be back on that live every Tuesday. Tony, Commieverse.
What's up, Tony?
Tony does a live stream on Saturday nights, usually around 6 o'clock Central Time. I need to jump on there. I know Mike was on there 6 or 7 Central Time. One of those two. Mike was on there on Saturday. I saw.
Well, for me, it might be 5, so maybe 6 for you, maybe
6 for me. Okay, that's what I thought. But great stuff, Tony.
It's metal. I'm good.
It's metal. Might need professional help after seeing him do whatever he was just. No,
what I
doesn't.
what y'all saw me do, that actually came from professional help. So there you go.
Oh my gosh! All right, Barry, what's going on, Barry? We're not in Kansas anymore. No, it's not the KC crew here. I live in Texas, and Mike is in Colorado.
Hey, Barry.
My heart's in Kansas, though.
And my heart's probably in Texas, something like that.
What's
Most
up,
of my
9 Panel
exes
Grid?
are in Texas. What's up, 9 Panel?
One of Fable and his amazing friends crew over there. I know Fable's starting back up here pretty soon.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun. Get that. I need to watch it a lot more there on Friday nights. Thanks for coming by, 9 Panel. He also has a great channel. Go check him out on his own channel. He was up for a comic book community award, I believe. New or unknown channel? One of the two.
I think unknown, but I forget that.
LP, what's going on, LP?
Hey, Lady Brian.
Always a great time. I know Mike and I both love Saturday morning stretch. Saturday mornings at 7 Central Time with Lady Prime at Fanboy Prime. Thanks for entertaining us.
It's a hell of a good time, man. It's one of my favorite shows. I look forward to it and miss it when it's not there.
Mm-hmm. And there's Fanboy. What's going on, brother?
Hey, Fanboy.
Appreciate you. Like I just said, check them out on Fanboy Prime's channel. It's DJ Wise again. Oh, we already said hi to him. Damn it! You got two highs.
It's okay. You've done it to a couple people already, and I noticed.
It was a deep box. TJ. Wow, I haven't seen TJ around very much. Hope you're doing well, TJ. Buddy. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate you. Man, this went crazy.
You getting there? You're getting there.
Big movie fan. What's going on? Hope you're doing well.
Hey, big movie fan.
Saw you popped into Mike's stream last night too. Appreciate that.
I did. I appreciate it. It's nice.
Oh, okay. Hey, totally understand. Just miss you.
Real life first.
And I think that's it. All right. So got a few people to shout out like I always do. First off, we're going with Danny Girls, Comics and Collectibles. She's awesome. Uh, been showing off some awesome Wolverine, Spider Man is mainly who she collects, Miles Morales. But she hasn't put out too much content on YouTube. She's got some insane sketches and statues. But
She used to be real big, and she used to draw
on
content pretty regularly.
right, yeah, her stuff gets a lot of views. But she still puts out quite a bit of content on Instagram. So go check out Danny underscore girl underscore comics. I mean, just
And she got some cool stuff.
and she's nice as can be.
Yes, she is very friendly.
Her son, she got her son into comics, so it's always cool to see him pop on showing off some of the stuff that he got. Next, we have D's Comic Corner. Like I said, DM Hockey in the chat now. D's Comic Corner. He just started a comic book channel. Was inspired by some of us comic book collectors, and I need to send him a package. I got it all wrapped up and saw that he was in Canada. I was like, dang, I need to save some money up. It was like $40 to ship to Canada. So I was like, I gotta wait till November to ship you this. But he got a mail day from Paul in the 619. Really awesome of Paul to do.
Heck yeah.
And he got his first comic haul also on here. So just 2 days old, got 50 subs. Please sub up D's Comic Corner. Just join the community. Welcome in. What we got here? I saw Rude.
What's up,
Rude? My homie. Hope you're doing well, Rude. I haven't seen you in a while. I know I haven't been on the Tuesday show. There's D's link. Thank you, Tina. Beckerman. What's going on, Beckerman?
Hey, Mike.
Beckerman's been everywhere today.
I've been talking with Mike a lot today.
Mike?
Yeah. We do the whole Spider-Man thing.
Yeah, right. We got Bigger. What's going on,
What's up, Chris?
Bigger? Love seeing you in the chat over on Anachronic. If not here, thanks for coming by, my DC bro. Yeah, Beckerman. You can see Beckerman on the Comic Vikings channel. Alan and him do a weekly show called the Hucklebuck, where they show off what they got for the week, usually on Tuesdays. So check them out. That's where you'll find him.
Sometimes you can find him on the Comic Book Church on Bleak's channel.
Oh, yeah. You always find him there. That's true.
On Sundays.
That's just that, man. I wish I could jump on there, but I usually work before football. And it's like, I got to get in there and get some stuff done. I really want to jump on there, though.
It's tough Sunday mornings, you know.
Yep. Sad Niners. Go Chiefs, baby. 6-0.
Tough game. You know, it looked like they were gonna lose for a little bit. You know,
Patrick Mahomes playing like complete dog shit too. Like, it's disgusting. It's like one of his worst games. But they find a way to win. That's what winners do. Hey, there's the Comic Viking. Thank you so much, Tina. Have you watched? Hell yeah, it's one of the ones we've watched.
Yes,
man. This last episode. Let's talk about that right now. The chick that plays Sophia.
Yeah.
Damn, she's a good actress.
Well, both are up for like, you know, award talk. Already I think this last episode was the most viewed like item on streaming services, period. I think it hit that record or something like that. Like no, Penguin has been phenomenal. I mean, I'm already a Matt Reeves Batman fan, and getting more of this universe, yeah, I love it. And this has just been phenomenal for what it is, you know, a gangster style, you know. I don't know, it's
so
good.
Simple. It's like it's just complete actor driven and script driven, and it's delivered so well. Like, it's got to be pretty cheap to make, honestly.
That I don't know. I haven't looked at any of the production costs, but I want to say they kind of, like, on some parts have gone. I think it's more like a cinematography. You know, if they spent more money in that regard, or more money for, you know, bringing Colin Farrell back or something like that. As far as CGI, there's I mean, not a lot except for what they, the flooding or whatever. But no, I mean that's what it is. It's a character-driven story, and it's phenomenal because each individual character are individually great. Even the small tie-in like Magpie, and Magpie's
Yeah,
character was, she killed
that
that
was a
part.
shock.
Yeah.
Was not expecting to go that way. Great stuff though, Bigger, for sure. What's up,
Mm.
Andy? Too tasty. How you doing, bro?
And
Glad to see you. There's a team that could beat the Chiefs. I don't know, man. Hopefully not. Hopefully not.
you being a Chiefs fan,
You watched episode 1. Yeah, it kind of starts off slow. I was kind of like, eh. I mean,
I was in it
kind of
from
like The
day one.
Sopranos.
I was
Doesn't
in
have
it
too
from
much
episode one.
of a tie to the Batman per se, besides names.
Kind of like that, but I mean, I've explained, hey, on this channel why they can't do that. But like, I kind of like that. It's always sketchy when they do these side shoots, and this one works for me. I mean, it could go the other way where this is just horrible. You don't care about the Penguin. It even makes people hate the Batman movie worse than they already do, kind of thing. And in this regard, it's not. Like, I'd say, if anything, it's.
Uh
Uh-oh, I cut out for a second. I'd say it's bringing people back to the Batman film because
it is.
that has also got a resurgence of popularity
Yeah.
kind of.
I went back and rewatched it, and I found a better liking for it. It's not my favorite because of him and per se, but the movie itself was done pretty well.
So good.
What's up, Graham? Hope you're doing good.
Hey, Graham.
Go check out Graham on his channel where he does glass etchings and what's that? Polycarbonate etchings of different comic covers, Pokemon cards. Really, really awesome stuff there you're doing, Graham.
Putting the
Appreciate
LEDs
you.
behind us, a nice touch. Nice touch.
Right. Longhorns got whipped after beating
Yeah, they did.
Alabama and Georgia.
That was a bad game.
Yeah, exactly, Beckerman. I hope nobody can. All right, we got. Lastly, gonna always shout out my co-host, Evil's Comics, doing the Dark Tower comic miniseries, read-alongs, and reviews with Steve the Voice White and Philtastic Comics and Art right now. And he's got shitloads of reviews on comics on his channel.
Over 400.
400.
Yep.
He actually finally followed me. Beeswax, Siren.
Oh, did he?
I could not find because I kept on looking up trying to
He's
find
hard.
him on Instagram, and I could never find him.
I was having the same issue because right after Heroes Con, I was trying because at that moment I wasn't aware of him and I met him at the convention, so I was trying to find him on YouTube and Instagram and it was an issue. I had to have Nauman send me his link because it just wouldn't pull up, and everybody was saying, yeah, it was Siren, and I spelled it the way they said. Well, no, it just doesn't pull up. Some pages are like that. Like I can say Neil's page right now is hard to search because it just doesn't pull up. Like even if you exactly type it out, it still doesn't pull up anything related to his page.
So, like
Thanks,
I said,
Thanks,
check out Mike for some awesome content. 426 subs. He just needs 74 to go to hit that 1K. You won't have to worry about anything. Please, everybody.
A big milestone. I've been waiting.
Steve, anime bro, hip hop's in me.
What's up, Steve?
How are you doing? Hope you're well. I didn't see the Nearing Nirvana on Saturday. Did you guys have one? Was I just blind?
I saw one. They were doing the Witching Hour.
Were they? Man, I don't know.
I
what
think they did. I want to say they did too, because I saw. I think on Saturday that was when the Witching Hour, and then on Friday I think they had one. Me and Steve were we were chilling with Pop and Kyle earlier.
Awesome. I'll have to go back and check it out. Yeah, the light behind it. That's sick.
Yeah, it's a good idea. It's a great idea. Makes
Birdman. What's up, Kenneth Bird?
Hey, Kenneth.
Thanks for coming in. Yes.
Thanks, Tina.
All right. Got a few movie trailers Gonna check out if I can find it. All right. First off, we have Wolfman.
It's my autobiography. The Wolfman. Oh,
Ginger? Ginger, are you okay? Look at me. Look at me. So, are you hurt? Are you hurt? Are you okay? Hey, we gotta get out of this thing. Hey, no. Don't move. I look through the window right there. You can do it. You'll be okay. You okay?
Look, Sheena.
hey, Shayna.
Look, Guillaume.
Hey, Gil.
You have to
Get him
move
in.
right now. Run.
Graham.
Hello? Can anyone hear me? Hello? We were in an accident.
Daddy, are we gonna die?
No, it's my job to protect you.
And we were attacked. I think my husband was infected. Mike. Mike. Mike.
Daddy? Daddy? What's wrong with Daddy?
He got sick.
What is happening to me?
He got rabies.
Right?
Can you
He's
Or
okay.
yourself a rabies shot.
He's okay. Everything's all good.
Like in Salem's Law.
You're scaring me.
Back off! Please, Daddy, it's me.
Hey, Christina.
Hurry, Mommy, he's coming.
Hey, Christine. Nah, Cat fan. I want Monster Squad.
Right? Dude, I don't need to watch that again.
Get you there. Sorry about that. I want Monster Squad.
Pretty good. Pretty good. I like the suspense.
I'm gonna say, yeah, I like that it's Blumhouse. I do like Blumhouse horror movies. You know, that's Conjuring and all that. For me, it just looks like a generic fun horror movie. You know, I wouldn't say there's like a whole lot of special in it. Like, but I mean, what is there special about the Wolfman kind of thing? So as long as it's good and scary and you know one thing about Wolfman transformations that always gets me is some of them get it right and some of them don't. I'm in the whole transformation that likes it gory and like the more gory the change like
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's and sometimes movies just don't pull that off. Like he might look cool as the wolf and everything, but for me it's a big thing. You know, it's such a small thing, but it is big for me.
Was it American
And-
Werewolf in London? Is it London or Paris? that has,
Paris.
Paris, the quintessential transformation.
Nah, I want to say like Howling for most movie fans. People will say like the Howling and probably American Werewolf in London. For me, it's Hemlock Grove on Netflix.
Yeah,
If
they
you've
are, I
never
believe. Guillaume. Yes.
And as far as for me, that's the best werewolf like transformation that I've ever seen. Is Hemlock Grove that was on Netflix, and that's where Skarsgård actually got his start. The dude that played Pennywise, that was one of his first horror. He plays like a kind of like an emotional vampire. It's about vampires and werewolves, but different take. But man, you talk about if you just watch that transformation, just you don't even have to watch the show. Just pull up that scene. Yeah, it'll make most people sick. Like that's how good it is. Like, oh, it's so good.
What's up, Rich?
What's up, Rich?
Eh,
I like Teen Wolf, but
the OG, dude. The OG is great. But
yeah.
All right. Next, like I said, got 3 different trailers. We have Creature Commandos. Gonna be the start of James Gunn's DC universe.
General Flagg, you found yourself in the middle of an international incident.
Oh, princess.
The United States is in the business of saving the damn world by any means necessary.
What in the holy
Love
hell?
Waller, man.
Congress said we can't use
Oh.
human prisoners. These assholes aren't human.
Do you understand me now? Who is she?
We call her the Bride.
I was born here.
Who's Jason and the Argonauts?
That's Dr. Phosphorus.
Why are you doing this? It's business. What is that then?
The Weasel.
They have
It
lately.
has what it takes to survive. That's Nina Mazursky.
Daddy?
Last one is G.I. Robot.
Cheers to the timber. I know you all aren't exactly enthusiastic about this mission.
I didn't realize I had a choice.
You said you wanted me to be a hero. Not like that. With a joy that's hard to hide. Until we find out the truth of what's going on here. We're supposed to be on the same damn team.
G.I.
Friend Nina. And you're bound to see my other side. Shish kebab. I'm just a soul whose intentions are good.
You're always so hyperbolically violent. You need therapy.
Hold on, please don't let me. Hold on, please don't let me. Please don't let me. Please don't let me.
You wanted monsters.
Don't let me.
You got monsters.
Don't let me. Hold on, please don't let me be misunderstood. Die, Nazi. He's not a Nazi, G.I. Oh, okay.
Like I said, I love that they're doing the crossover with the different mediums. That's the actual start of the James Gunn universe. If you look at the voice actors, those are actually the people that play them in live action, which is freaking dope. I love that.
Yep,
the animation.
Actor. Yeah, the
Just-
same actor is playing Senior is going to be in the Superman movie as Senior. You know, it's just not going to be animated. It's going to be live action. It's just, I actually like this, and hopefully it works out kind of thing.
Right. Just reminded me of Suicide Squad, except for almost to like another level, just because they're freaking.
I would say this is a
not
precursor,
human.
you know, because everybody was like, Amanda Waller. This is more like a precursor to Suicide Squad, if I had to say.
Right.
This is like before she was able to do humans and villains and stuff like that. Like, it kind of makes sense that they allowed her to do monsters and stuff, you know. I was thinking this was set in the 50s or 60s, but like Mark brings up a good point, and since Waller's in it, it might be like 70s or 80s, you know, because she does look a little bit younger.
Right.
What's up, Ari?
What's up, Ari Bear fam? Thanks for coming in. To go back and check out your live earlier. Great family channel.
Yeah, but I'm really excited for this. Not only does it look good, I mean, first off, it has everything that I know and love from a James Gunn movie. It's got music,
Soundtrack.
the soundtrack is epic. You know, the cinematography, because we got two different music pieces in the two different trailers. But then the cinematography looks good, the animation looks good. It's violent, like it should be, because it's hitting all the marks, kind of thing.
Mark effing Andrews. What's going on, Mark Andrews?
Hi, Mark.
Wow. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you, Mark. Carmen. What's going on, Carmen's Crafts?
Hey, Carmen.
Thanks for popping in. Check out Carmen's Crafts channel. Great crafting channel. Check her shorts out where she shows off her final product. Mark Andrews. That might be the first time he popped in my channel. Maybe not. It's a miracle, though. Thanks, Mark. Appreciate you. And lastly, really hyped for this, honestly. Dune is one of my favorite franchises right now. And we have the series coming out on HBO Max this next month, I believe, November 17th, about the Bene Gesserit.
We've never seen a force like this. The Sisterhood draws women from many worlds.
It looks so good as far as
to advance our species.
The aesthetic.
And government.
Yeah, cinematography and the layout and everything, the costume design, it looks like the same. It's beautiful.
The Great House is fighting for control. Now is the time to secure the throne and protect the Imperium.
Thanks, Mark.
This endangers everything. There are secrets we have gone to great lengths to keep.
Appreciate you, Mark.
The Imperium is a circus of fear and rumor, surrounded by vipers. If I lose
Put
control
Mark
of the
Strong in
Arrakis,
it. Ooh.
The Great House
Yeah,
is
right.
Sold right there. Mark Strong, baby.
Your Majesty, the troubles are far greater than just Arrakis.
Wasn't he
There's a
Ragnar?
war hidden in plain sight.
A lot of stuff. He's in Penguin, baby.
I'm the
He's
only one
playing
who can tell you the
Falcone. He took over for.
No. What's his name? That's talking to him.
To wipe out every trace of the
Oh,
Sisterhood.
yeah. You're right.
Ragnar
You're right.
from
Yeah.
Vikings.
Yes.
I've been gifted a great power.
Hey, DVH.
He's also in Rebel Moon. What's up, DVH?
What's up, DVH? I just want to say I really appreciate you inviting me on your show and all the kind words the other night. Definitely going to make it a point to get on one of your shows here pretty soon on a Saturday.
Yeah, me too.
Check out DVH's channel. Check out his dance for the Comic Book Community Awards last year. It was the greatest thing I've ever seen. Brian showed that again today as we were leaving breakfast.
It's glorious.
Appreciate you, DVH. Also has some great content on his channel. Really big comic collector. He and Badger and his wife.
Consider me a true believer.
Before the movies, yeah.
We've never seen a force like this. This could destroy the Imperium.
Hey.
We must act.
What's up, Pops? Appreciate you stopping in.
Like a superstar, you know.
Hope everything is kind of back to normal as it can be with y'all.
Yeah, I was praying for you.
Thanks for popping in. Check out Pop's Attic on Instagram. Get some great comics at some great prices.
I see the corruption in your heart. Same way I see the blood trailing your every step.
Take out your blade.
This is madness.
The reckoning is here. I run a school for young women. We're not a threat to anyone.
Like I said, just really lore building, and there's probably not going to be too much action. Just a great story.
Actually, I think both. I think it's going to be like a Game of Thrones style-esque where it has great story and a lot of action, because in the trailer, there's a bunch of action scenes set from different locations. So it does look like it's going to be a good mix. Bill brought up me and Trev talked about this earlier, and just to warn y'all, that technically there is no book that this is modeled after. This is like, what this is like bits and pieces that they took from all the books that exist, because there is this larger story of the Bene Gesserits that existed before Dune 1 and 2. It's basically the story of in my understanding, it's supposed to be the story of the first Bene Gesserit that goes to Dune and sets up the whole prophecy thing, which happens like 40 years before Paul. But okay, so a lot of it is going to be but they're making it in a canon way. Like it is going to be canon with the 2 movies. Well, technically 3 movies once it gets done.
Is
I'm
it
excited
3
for
or
it.
because I heard that they're making 2 more.
So right now on the docket we got Dune 1 and 2, and the Messiah is set for a movie right now, but it wouldn't be because Messiah is really short. But I mean, like book wise, because I recently just read that. Like I recently just read Dune, and then Messiah right after it. Messiah is real quick compared to Dune. Dune's like this thick, and Messiah is like that thick. So I want to say like I mean, with movies like if I showed you the Lord of the Rings versus the Hobbit, for them to take the Hobbit and break that into 3 movies, they could do that with any movie. Like I mean, you're talking about they took 200 pages of a novel and somehow made that into a 6-hour film. Like it takes longer to watch the movie than it does to read the book.
Lordy, the trailers was long. Yeah, I mean, they're long drawn out stories. I mean, it may not be your thing, man.
That's the difference between a teaser trailer and a trailer. A trailer is longer. They're supposed to be longer. Teasers are shorter. Well, 3 movies being enough. I still haven't seen the first one. I'm waiting for the whole thing.
Yeah.
I highly recommend. I mean, because Dune 1 and 2 is that complete story. It is the first book. So, I mean, if you watch those first 2 movies, like I can understand if you waited from the first movie, but now that we have the first 2, that is a complete story. The Dune Messiah takes place like it's not exactly like right after the first, story. There is a gap. So it's not like, it's not like Star Wars where it goes one movie into another. But Dune is phenomenal. Like both movies, I mean the soundtrack, everything. It's one of the soundtracks that is eluding me. I want it so bad on vinyl, and you talk about like that in the comic book world, how we have like rated comics that are expensive. The Dune soundtrack, just the retail version, is expensive. It's annoying.
What's up, Ryan Riley?
Hey, Ryan.
Hope you're doing
Mr.
well. Good luck for
Rockstone.
Duck. Exactly.
All my bets on Cap.
We're on neutral ground. I don't know. This is DC ground.
DC ground. It's neutral with me, people. It's neutral.
I
don't see the fence thing. Although I am more DC than Marvel.
I collect both, but I'm down in my core. If I had to only read one, it would be DC.
Now, okay, yes, that would be my answer. If I could only read one, I'd go DC. But like, I've never liked this, like Nintendo versus Sega, or Sony versus. Why not do both?
I come from I went to and then left the anime community, and that's all they're about.
Yeah, they are.
Mine's better than yours. Mine's better than yours.
You talk about like some drama in a community. That's why I am not active in the anime. Because I mean, you talk about my knowledge of comics goes so well. My knowledge of anime goes that far. I mean, and so I could be doing anime stuff. Hell no, you're talking about a whole different grab bag of crazy nuts.
We got the hashtag clam hands because don't want to shake hands with people that are assholes.
Moist.
Yeah, that are moist. There you go. What's up, Brucifer?
Hey, Bruce.
Hope you're doing good today, brother. Is your nickname in kindergarten? What?
Okay, so truth be told, I actually get clammy hands, but the only time I get clammy hands is when I get like extremely nervous. Like I'll be playing a game and it'll be like a hard boss or something, and like that's the only time my hands get like really sweaty, and it's fucking annoying. Like, and like my hands are not naturally like.
What's up, Joffrey Castro?
Hey, Joffrey.
Popping by. Oh, Mike knows more than me for damn sure. I won't even
try
debate that. Maybe not anime.
But there's a lot.
I might hold your own when it comes to that because I never really thought that.
Or we might be equal. I don't know. It's just I think our anime trees go out differently. Because I'm more like this, and you're more that.
DC Stronghold.
I like that we both like
Just messing with you.
I like that we both like the two big twos though. Like you're a Naruto fan and I'm a One Piece fan, and we both have a Bleach love. You know, it's weird.
Hell
That's where it
yeah.
gets weird after that. You know, eventually I will try and watch Naruto. But there is Naruto love in this house because my roommate, he loves. He's just like you. He loves Naruto.
Dell Comics, they're wholesome. Are they? Dell didn't put out any some of those horror comics and stuff.
Yeah, I think that was DC. I think
Or
Dell
Gold-
was just like Disney. And,
Maybe I'm thinking of Gold Key.
yeah, because Gold Key,
Nice.
they did TV shows and movies, and because they were doing like the Beverly Hillbillies and the Addams Family. And wait, yeah, that's where that comes from.
Oh, very cool. 24 Christmas cards in the month of December.
I'm gonna have to go look at that.
I like that every day. I like people to do that, especially artists. Like Philtastic does that. That boy, he must have a room full of his own art because he does like one a day for months on end.
I like Philtastic. I mean, okay, so like I'm not a super huge fan of the style of his art, but his skill in that style is what draws me to the art. Like they actually look like the people he portrays. Like it's still phenomenal art. I'm specifically talking about that grayscale, you know, the art that he does, because he has different, you know, his paintings are different.
Hey,
So
Steve.
Mhm.
Nice. Talking about anime, and he wins. Thanks, Steve. Get you down for a duck. Tate Prime. What's going on, Tate?
Hey, Tate.
Thanks for popping in. Rip any card shorts? No, I haven't done any shorts or videos in quite a while. Just doing these lives because it's what I enjoy the most, and backing off a little bit. Once you start doing a whole bunch, it starts to feel like a job. And I'm on live stream and working 3 nights a week at work. So yeah.
And from my side, this is kind of where I like it better. I'm on YouTube for the interaction more than
exactly
content stuff, and so I enjoy this part more. You know, getting to talk to y'all.
All right. Next we have. I need to write him down real quick.
No joke, Tina. No joke.
We got some news at New York Comic Con. I mean, I'm a DC head, so we're going to go over some of the DC news because there was a lot. Whole list of A-list creators assigned to some projects in 2025, into 2024 and 2025. We have the Absolute Universe. This was a really big shock. Absolute Martian Manhunter. Haven't had a Martian Manhunter series in quite a while. And they say let's see, where does he say this? That it's going to be the most radical difference of any of the Absolute books.
Yeah.
So that
he was
pretty
saying
awesome.
It's like out of all the radical changes that they're doing in the Absolute Universe, he's going to be the most different kind of thing.
We have Absolute Martian Manhunter, Absolute Green Lantern, and Flash. Green Lantern is going to be Hal Jordan and Joe primarily. And Flash is going to be Wally West, which is my favorite Flash. Yep. So I'm definitely stoked on that. You got Aquaman coming out with a new ongoing series. Jeremy Adams, which is yeah.
Yeah, and a big thing with Jeremy Adams. Because he's had nothing but good runs. Like I kind of agree with Pops and Mark, calling him the new, Jeff Johns, because he's had a successful.
A lot of these A-list characters are bringing back a new Project Adam series. Looks like a mini series. We have Lex making his debut in the All In. First time we've seen him since House of Brainiac. Let's see here. New art for Absolute Batman.
That was the reveal of the Batmobile.
Oh yeah.
That's the reveal of the Absolute Batmobile, and it is small, but it's kind of like it looks like a modified dump truck because he's a construction worker.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Yeah, Hush 2 is
Hush
coming
2.
back out. Jeff Loeb and Jim Lee teaming up again.
Back together. Yep. And it's supposed to be coordinated on that number.
Oh my gosh. I'm so hyped for that.
A lot of people.
Bunch of DC news.
And supposedly, they're worried about delay issues, but Jim Lee's supposedly already done with his art. They're just more along the lines of wait on the story kind of thing. So it is a done deal kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Vodka.
Absolutely, Captain. That,
Amen.
Especially in Batman's case.
Hell yeah. Did you buy the condensed, the compact version? Because I need to get that.
And supposedly that some of them have, like, I think the deluxe edition has 4 new pages in it or something like that.
No, there's already a character called
Shush is already out there. She's actually one of my favorite characters. I like Shush a lot better than Hush. Because hers actually applies to sound.
Of course, coming out this week is Absolute Wonder Woman. So they talked number 1 and 2 of that. Superman, Absolute Tuesday. Superman is in another 2 weeks, I believe, 2 or 3 weeks. Superman.
Yep, and I've heard several people got an advanced copy of this, like Taylor Winder and a couple other people, and that they were saying it's good, and as everybody's saying it is,
Awesome. Got some talk on JSA restarting. Now we'll see. The thing about JSA is there was just such a delay on the last JSA run that it just lost all its readers.
Had an 8-month gap in between. Every comic that suffers, and it's sad because some of these new titles that we just talked about are gonna have this gap in between. Like they're gonna do 6 issues, and then they're gonna have this mad gap in between. I don't know why they do this. Every comic that has done this with any sort of gap in between, longer than I'd say 2 months, it just suffers, and people lose the interest in it. It happened
we got
with Ice House.
The New Gods returning, which is going to be awesome.
That's cool. It's about time.
We have a new Metamorpho series coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't seen one of his, since the 80s. I don't remember any Metamorpho, unless I just missed it. There's a Joe from the Absolute Green Lantern.
We had him for a second, and that one series, Danger Street. Remember, he was at the very beginning with his arm getting chopped off, and that was like the last time we saw him.
What did you say here?
My joke just bombed on my team. It happens. I do it all the time.
Shush. And we got Trinity getting her own story, so that's going to be cool.
Yeah,
I think in this last issue of Wonder Woman, they did the backstory of her actually having Trinity.
The origin. Yeah, and I've heard that we're going to be with Trinity for quite a bit before we go back to like regular Wonder Woman. Outside of Absolute Wonder Woman, that they're going to run her for a little while, which I'm kind of excited for. I like Trinity. I just want to get to the lasso of lies. To me, I love that creation. We have a lasso of truth. We have a lasso of guilt. Now we got the lasso of lies. Heck yeah, come on, bring it on. What does that do? Like, why does the hero have that? Like, who did she get it from? Like, no, I need to know these things.
What's up, Frog?
Hey, Froggy.
How you doing, bud? Then we got Justice League finally returning. Justice League Unlimited all in with my favorite team, Mark Waid and Dan Mora. Hopefully they're not going to be jumping off of World's Finest, but I love it. Definitely going to have to get on for that fact.
Might be doing both because I think this is another thing that Paul and Mark are right on, that I think this is going to be primarily where they focus on events within the DC universe. Like, instead of doing like these separate, individual, with all these side shoot-offs, since Justice League Unlimited, it has everybody included in it. It makes sense to do the events within that comic series specifically. Bye, Chris.
See you, Bigger. Appreciate you stopping by, bud. Really do. And we got Joshua Williams on the many deaths of Doomsday. Going to be a special all-in event. I don't know what they're going to do with. I don't know if they have to kill him so many times, or it's just going to him telling a story. I'm guessing this is Lois right here as Superwoman. is my guess.
But didn't we already do this? Like, isn't that how he came about in his origin? Like, he had died so many times, and that's why, like,
yeah.
So is it gonna be that story?
Maybe
or
it's just going to be him telling her every time that he died, and like it's going to be story after story of him. Maybe.
You know, he's all telling us.
New state of the world and how new take on Lois Lane as Superwoman is different from the previous ones. The story he's telling with Mora, huh? I mean, it doesn't say per se.
Nah, not from what I got. It didn't explain a lot. But I kind of get excited anytime they bring out Doomsday, just because I like him and kind of what he presents. You know, he is that type of force. He's a big. I like all the big bad guys, and so getting more, because we haven't had a lot of Doomsday, even though he has made appearances. He hasn't really
and one shots mainly.
Yeah, but he hasn't really like been there kind of thing. So I'm interested because they have been talking about more like bringing him back into the fold kind of thing. So it's interesting.
See you, DJ.
Bye, James.
Have a good one. Yeah, right. New rebooted Justice League. Start from scratch with a great team. And the only other thing I want to talk about news-wise is GameStop has partnered with PSA for any person out here that's a Pokemon or sports card collector or just a comic book card collector that want to get their cards graded and you don't want to have to deal with sending it in. They just signed up GameStop. So basically 30,000 submission sites just got added to the PSA registry. So you can go to your GameStop. Personally, I would go in there as a card collector myself, go in there and get a feel for the manager and if he's a card collector. You know, I wouldn't per se automatically trust them. I would go in there and try to get a feel for the process, see if the person is really knowledgeable in the process, etc., before you entrust yourself with them. But it's a really easy way. They're going to be charging, it's like $18, I believe, $15.99 per card.
It's like standard price minus the shipping that you pay at home. And
exactly.
What, to reiterate what Trev was saying, in this scenario, you should always experiment a little. Don't just go balls deep just because the access to it is easier. GameStops are pretty accessible. Okay, but I can kind of guarantee you that the people working there are not going to be that experienced with these cards. Not at first. It might be something that they implement over time, but I can tell you they just relaunched their retro game stores where they added old retro stuff too, and it was a big launch on the website, but when you actually went to the stores, most employees didn't even know it had launched. So they're not the most informative of companies. So just
on launch, these people aren't going to be knowledgeable unless they're card collectors to begin with.
And okay, so in that thinking as well, GameStops are pretty heavy card related already before this. Okay, they do already sell a lot of Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! It is a known location to buy cards at. So you might get lucky and your GameStop guy or gal might be knowledgeable with cards. You just do your due diligence
just be careful.
And ask and
that was a pretty big news in the card community. I know it affected us at work quite a bit.
But on hindsight, if this thing works out, they do, maybe they do get some training or whatever. It is a very accessible, easy, option. Instead of having to, try and do it. If you could, if you imagine if you could go in there and just take a card and they actually could regrade it for you at that GameStop, how convenient that would be.
Right. You got something to show? You got something in the mail, you said?
I do. Not really in the mail, but I got some stuff I can show.
Nice.
I picked up a couple books that actually, this one is a book that I don't know if it's been on my list probably since I saw the movie as a kid, but finding out it was a book, I don't know. But Total Recall with Arnold Schwarzenegger is a physical novel before the movie or whatever by Piers Anthony. I'd never read it, and I'm kind of curious to see if it actually explains a little where the movie goes kind of wonky, kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, freak it all, I'll pick it up. But then I got one of my favorite movies of all time, The Secret in Them, and this is another movie that's based on a real book. The real book being Mrs. Frisbee and the Rats in Them, and I've owned this book like 4 times, and I've never read it, and so I'm gonna dedicate and like physically read it this time. All right, so I picked up. I've been on like a sound ever since I got into vinyl. I've been trying to find soundtracks. I want music that I can, listen to while I'm reading. I do that a lot. It's kind of one of the reasons I started buying vinyls, so I could get on my phone, kind of thing. And I finally got me a good soundtrack.
Yes.
And man, this is such a good soundtrack. And not only that, but it comes to I got like a special edition or whatever, and it wasn't any pricier than a regular, but it did come with a cool
Did it come with a bag of sand?
No, but it came with like a gold and it actually has it actually looks
it's like liquid
sand.
where gold was poured.
Yeah, it's cool when it's spinning around on the thing. But no, I was happy to find this. Yeah, but that's all I got.
Nice. I got a couple different things. I read this finally. I got it in.
Oh yeah. What you think?
I liked it. I liked the Alfred twist. It really hadn't shown much except for just the whatever they call the gang. I forgot they were basically the Black Mask gang.
Yeah. But the party animals.
Yeah, the party animals. There you go. But I liked it. The pretty big twist. Like I said, Alfred was pretty beastly.
Doing the assassin, because technically we don't know if he's good or bad. I mean, he could be.
He's basically Batman right now, and Bruce is basically just I don't know. He's acting more like Batman than Bruce, I think.
For a first issue, it's good. I do like the art. I'm not gonna, and my problem with the book is I wish they wouldn't have focused so heavily on everybody in the Bat family being somebody that you run into in the comic. Did all his friends have to be like Catwoman, Killer Croc, Penguin? I don't know. That's my only hesitant on that. It's is every character we meet within the Batman Absolute Universe already going to be the standard in Batman's universe? I was hoping, kind of like the Gargoyle Batman, some creativity when it comes to the characters and stuff like that.
Hopefully, we'll see what the Joker ends up being really like.
I actually saw that when I went and bought this, and I almost picked up that bit. But my reason why I didn't get the G1 Transform soundtrack, because I want the movie soundtrack, and the movie soundtrack has Dare, and it has all the physical songs. And that one they're selling is just it's like the instrumental music behind it. No, it's a great first issue, but I mean, kind of the way new comics are with me, I want to say 3 issues, that's where,
I had to grab the Jim Lee. I love that his axe comes out of just a regular pole, which extends, it turns into the axe. It's pretty sick.
Chop that dude's arm off.
And I actually got a New York Comic Con exclusive. I guess they can ship this as long as it didn't get to me before the con starts. So I already got this. It's actually Looney Tunes number 277, World's Finest Jay Lee homage.
Ooh, that's cool.
I love it. It's got all them Elmer Fudd and Marvin the Martian down there, Yosemite Sam,
and Jay Lee too.
It's the second Batman Superman World's Finest series. They had that Jay Lee cover, so that was pretty awesome. I had to have that. Tina spotted it and showed it to me. I was like, bet. Things I read. Finally finished this up. Last issue of Destro. Kind of went as I thought it was going to go. They've been fighting the Crimson Guard commanders, and Mars have been fighting back and forth. And basically at the end, they team up because of all the weird shit going on with the Energon and Transformers and stuff popping up. They're like, we gotta team up. So kind of how I expected it before G.I. Joe #1 this next month. And this was my cover of the week. Loving how this is going now. The last couple issues were meh, and then this issue happened. They're actually starting to fall for each other. It's showing more of their backstory and kind of why they're falling for each other. Yeah, finally.
Yeah, because the last 2 issues, I was like, come on. We went from like some in your face stuff to like some nothingness to some.
We have a couple of highlights from this last week, my new comic book day. My favorite Kelly Jones Halloween one so far, for sure. None of them look kind of weird in that one. We got the last Nicola Scott. Of course,
Butts.
You got to show butts.
The best weapon within the DC universe.
We got the 3rd issue of Multiverses Collision Detected.
That's good.
It's been pretty good. Great crossover. And I'm collecting these covers. Got the Vecchio character cool. Variants. Got Nightcrawler.
Yeah, it looks like the 90s. That's cool.
Mm-hmm. So just a few highlights from my haul.
Yeah, normally he does. He has like an MI6 background or SAS, you know.
Stuff that I've read, that I've watched this week. Watch this again. See you, Mark. Appreciate you, bud. Coming by. Have a great day tomorrow. Great week. Specs, what's up, Joe? Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. Great live earlier. Just sitting and chatting. Listened to you for a while as I was working. Appreciate you. Watch this again. Lara Croft, the new season, the animated show on Netflix. A lot of the complaints were completely unfounded. I don't know. People just like to bitch about this show, but they complained about her being too muscular. They complained about her not having the female shape. And it's bullshit because she looked completely fine to me.
I think people they don't understand that the game has moved on and progressed, because this one is made specifically after the reboot that they did, and she looks exactly the way she does in the reboot. And honestly, I love those games. All 3 of those games are phenomenal. Like, I hope we get more of those type of Lara Croft games, because I mean, I grew up on the PS1, you know, big cone, you know. Nah, it wasn't fun. No, but this I enjoyed. I agree with you.
Great
I didn't
animation,
see any of
cool story,
solid story.
I
mean, it's. I could say that's my only complaint it was just a reissue from the game. But if you haven't played the game, it's all brand new kind of stuff, you know.
That's basically what the complaint was there.
It was that she's more,
but she still has fairly large. I mean, it's just like different angles and stuff. You're like, okay, well, they're not small.
So I don't need all that. I like her being that. You know, she's a badass. You know, an archaeologist, and then you know she's running away from like spirits and monsters and bad guys with guns. No, them big cones getting away. Target boxes.
Watch this again. One of my favorite shows growing up on MTV late at night. The Aeon Flux.
Flux.
Yeah, animated show. But Charlize Theron did an awesome job on this movie. I really enjoyed it. Watched it again. Hadn't seen it in a while, and it popped up on my feed. So I don't know if y'all have watched that. Highly recommend.
I saw it in the theater. It was good.
Night, Mark. And there's 1 episode left. They did it in 3 episode chunks. So 3 weeks in a row, we're up to 9 episodes out. And I think there's just 1 episode left in this season. Season 3 of Vox Machina. So damn good. The storytelling, the animation, just highly recommend this. Like, a couple of people get killed because in real life, in Critical Role, they had to go and do movies because they're all famous actors or voice actors that do this.
Yeah,
so they had to go off and
characters.
So they kill, and it was just, it's so impactful. Just reminded me of anime because how impactful it was.
Yeah, the storytelling. I mean, but that's what it really is. This is a show. Like, I mean, after, because I do remember Critical Role, and after you explained it, you know, like, I mean, this is a passion project. These were these people's, you know, like a private game that they shared with the world, and those are some of the best storytelling. Like, I mean, and most people don't get to experience. Like, I mean, even if you've experienced D&D, like experiencing a great campaign within D&D is a different experience. Like having a good DM, like that's a storyteller, you know, that it's exclusive to certain individuals that have those friends that have those skills, you know.
Yep. So check that out. Like I said, probably like one episode left, and that's on Amazon Prime. And the last thing that I watched this last week was I watched Signs again. In my opinion, the best M. Night Shyamalan movie, I think.
I love this movie, but it's not my top Shyamalan. My top is Unbreakable. I love Unbreakable.
Okay, well,
and then Split.
Unbreakable's by far the best of those three.
Split, right? I just love those two movies, but I'm a big M. Night fan. Like, I love like a lot of the ones that people hate, like The Happening or Lady in the Water. Those are some of my favorites. Like, and this movie, this is a movie I can tell you that specifically a lot of people are watching wrong. Like that they're not even getting the main clues in the movie. I'll give you one tip. If you watch this movie and think it's about aliens, you're watching it wrong.
No, it's about belief. It's about
it's religious. I mean, that's the whole point with the water. It's demons, people. It's not aliens.
Right. So good though. That the twist at the end was it was masterful. And Mel Gibson, one of his best roles, I think. Back whenever Mel Gibson was still
every role in this movie, you know, Kwan's in this movie, Mel Gibson. You know, I mean, even though he's got a supporting role, his character in this movie, it's such a well put together movie, and it still amazes me that people like give this one, you know, bad reviews and stuff. It's one of his better ones. The Village, in my opinion, is his worst. I do not like The Village, and I think somebody just said that was their favorite.
That right there, that part when I first watched this movie, I was like, the hair on my arms were standing up when that happened. Because the suspense in that scene was good.
It's good. There does. I know Cat famous.
Caffeine. I love The Village.
The Village is good until you get to the twist, and the twist makes absolutely no sense because I'll tell you, like from major cities, there's a couple things that are visible within a couple miles away, and like light at nighttime, like they wouldn't be asking like, "Hey, what's that big old light over there?" And it's like. What's those noises that sound like cars from the freeways, like that are a couple miles away from? No, there's. I did like that movie, and it would have been cool if it was like monsters or some ghosts or something like a real. No, and you find out it's just some people that are keeping these people.
Yeah. All right, and we got some covers coming up this week. Gonna share. First off, I missed a Kiss cover. I'm so upset. But this cover is awesome.
Looks cool.
It's almost like a Maria Wolf style.
Yeah, kind of.
It's Simone Gain. Never heard of her, but gonna have to find that somehow. Convert. Never heard of this series. We have Rook Exodus number 6. Probably going to drop Simon Pure Redcoat and just keep the other two right now. I'm kind of losing interest in Redcoat, but Rook Exodus, just nonstop action.
I'm curious to see where Redcoat's going because I'm glad they kind of got rid of Einstein. I love the real person Einstein, but like the way he's portrayed in the book, I'm not a big fan of. And he's kind of like my biggest complaint.
We got Frankenstein issue number 3. Going to Tina after I read it. She's loving it. Wonder what they're gonna do.
Such a great cover.
I guess maybe is this the lungs or something? I don't know. You know,
The
each
heart.
one is a different part, I guess.
Looks like the heart.
Or the heart. Oh yeah, the heart right here. Yep. Duh. That makes sense. With the bride right there. The heart would make sense.
Man, you talk, and then like my mind just goes like, okay, so if that one's on the heart and they're showing like a bride, just imagine the sadness that we're about to get from the story that he's about to tell us. Because I'm pretty sure they're gonna steal some some bride. You know, they're gonna kill some bride and take her heart.
Uh-huh.
Or it's the husband. They're gonna do the husband, and the bride's like looking for him. You know, like, where's my lover? We just got married.
Hey, you need to do that, Cat Fanny. You had to get some real life stuff done. Just wean yourself off. I'm trying to wean myself off little by little. I'm always going to get some though. But
I've gone all digital, man. You talk about how much money I saved, and I still have to buy quite a bit because I do both services, and the services help, but they don't offer everything. I mean, but it's still way cheaper than buying physical, and the space I'm saving. Whee!
Can't wait for the hard. Yeah, right. The hardcover of all of them is going to be nice when they finish them. This is a sick Jenny Frizen cover. They got this ghoul in her eye.
Yeah, the Hello Darkness.
And the tear, man. Really dig this cover. I'm collecting these Jenny Frizens from Hello Darkness. We got Absolute Wonder Woman. This is the Jim Lee cover. Everybody's saying, a couple people have previewed this one and they really liked it too. It's just the Absolute, which is the ultimate universe of DC, basically. Completely reimagined characters. I dropped Energon. I'm only on Transformers. I finished up all the miniseries, the G.I. Joe miniseries and the Transformers miniseries, and going to get on G.I. Joe #1. And I'm on Transformers until 24. I think Daniel Warren Johnson said he's going all the way through 24.
Honestly, I just lost interest. I don't know if I was more a fan of the Void Rival aspect of it, and
really
for me because I liked Felici that was attached to, because he was doing the story for Void Rivals, but like I don't know, just.
Man, that's really tempting too there, Steve. There's so many good toys out.
There are.
Especially Naruto. We have Harley Quinn. Love this Halloween variant by Kelly Jones. I don't know about the face, but a kid dressed up as Harley. Never seen a cover like this. It's almost like a poster cover, maybe.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's
like
just something completely different. Yeah, like an advertisement. There you go.
Kind
something
of
completely different.
Like Darwin Cook style. I've seen kind of a lot of that, because that Martian Manhunter in Absolute kind of looked like his style too.
It doesn't even say. Oh, Jorge Fornes.
Oh, I know.
It's a different style cover. Kind of caught my eye. Yes, I did. I saw it. It's all the it's all the oh my gosh.
We are, Paul. Yeah.
I just blanked. The signing. It's Jiraiya, Tsunade, and Orochimaru.
Speaking foreign languages now. Japanese, huh?
We got Superman All In #19. Still loving this series. Got Dan Mora on it.
There's
Joshua Williamson. Yep. So that's gonna. I think the last issue was the first All In issue. Either that or this is the first All In issue, where they're bridging that gap. Just a few more. We got 5 more. We got the Superman, Kelly Jones. Really like that one. Just goofy. Not quite as much as the Chrissy Zulo. Can't wait for the Chrissy Zulo Christmas one.
Christmas, yeah.
It's gonna be dope.
Yeah, it's like Kelly Jones.
This is I want to say this is a homage, and I can't think of what it is. somebody standing in that pose with their arms like it's a Marvel, I want to say, but I can't remember.
I want to say
who
the
it
dead
is.
bodies is what appeared, because I'm thinking of.
I don't know. I want to
Isn't it
say I've
like-
seen this before somewhere.
Isn't it like a Thanos cover?
Is it Thanos? That makes sense.
Thinking of it.
Anyway, this is a dope cover. I know they're really pushing Dr. Doom right now. A lot of the
Yes, they are. So if you are not
New
a
York
Doom
Comic
fan,
Con.
or if you are a Doom fan, you better get hyped because they are all in on Doom.
This is a cover that's going to explode, I believe, in value. All these Doddermans usually go up.
Yeah.
People usually don't order them like they should. We got Polaris.
It's a pretty cover.
Russell
I
McDonald.
like Polaris. I just love her hair and the neon green. Love it.
Yeah, one of these days I'll have my favorite X-Men cover, X-Men 50 with Polaris
What's up, Quentin?
on the front, just like this, and the cover's like yellow green.
Mm.
You've seen it. It's really famous.
Yeah.
Just Polaris on there. Then we got Iron Man, Scotty Young. This is a great cover.
Yeah, it is. I like that it's a like full art piece. You know, it's not just a black and white with the chibi, and it's cool with the background and everything.
Yep. Always the best when it's like multiple characters or a scene. So I didn't really go too far in on those, the anniversary ones they did. And lastly, we got the Stormbreakers. Just love the art on this. Storm and Hulk. It is Villa. Franco Villa, maybe? CF Villa.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, Iron Man cover's cute. X-Men 50, first appearance in the new trade dress too. It is. Hey, Ozzy, speaking of X-Men 50, he got 2 of them signed at New York Comic Con. He was going around with some banging books, just getting signatures. And that he had like 2 or maybe 3 copies of that one. I was like, damn, real jealous. How you doing, Ozzy, Quentin? And that's all the covers coming out this week that I have to highlight. Got anything else to talk about?
I was watching, besides Penguin and the Agatha.
That's right, Steranko.
Steranko is a gem. That boy can talk. I started watching Gundam Vengeance for Requiem, which is the semi-live action Gundam show that they have on Netflix right now. And it's kind of like, I don't know if you've ever seen the Final Fantasy movie that they made back in the kind of later 90s.
You're talking about The Spirit Within? I hated that one.
Ooh, I love that movie.
Oh, man.
I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan, but I do like that. And it's such an offshoot from Final Fantasy. I don't think there's anything in the movie that even, besides the appearance of what they look like, I don't think it has any ties to anything.
No, that's why it was just like, what is this?
I still loved it. It's a dope story. Like the whole ghost. And
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is.
You got to go back. You got to go back and watch it without hate goggles. Just don't call it Final Fantasy. Okay, just call it The Spirits Within and watch it like that. No, but I've started. I'm on the. I think it's only 6 episodes, and I'm on the 3rd episode. But it's actually kind of reversed, because usually with Gundam, you're in the pilot, whoever's got the main Gundam in that series, and you follow his story. This one, that it's actually kind of like the Godzilla -1, where the RX-7 Gundam model is the kind of bad guy in the background, and everybody's running from him. It's done really good. It is live action mixed with CGI, and so most people would watch it and it just all looks like CGI, but there are live action parts of it. But so far, it's been really, really good. I mean, the first 2 episodes is nothing but straight up Gundam fight. Yeah, it's been really good. What's up, Siren?
Hey, Siren. What's going on? We were just talking about you earlier.
Yeah, we were.
Thanks for following me on Instagram. I had been trying to find you on Instagram and could not find you, so I appreciate that. Now I'm following you back. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate you. Just highlighting your beeswax that Mike did review of the first 2 issues, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the third one's coming pretty soon. He was talking about.
I think it just dropped. It dropped.
Nice. Hey, Philtastic. Whoa.
Hey,
What's
Tipper.
going
What's
on,
up, Phil?
Thanks for popping in,
We
buddy.
were talking about you too.
Yeah, right. People were talking about coming in. Appreciate you, Phil. Talk about how you doing that art every single day for months on end, and those art challenges on Instagram, and got some great art, man.
Got a nomination for that art, you know.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Number 3 is out, working on number 4. Sweet. Hey, BCC, Black Crown.
Hey, Black Crown.
Check out this guy's channel. This guy puts so much effort into his shows as far as the research for upcoming books, hot books. He has an awesome network of people. And check out his show, usually an hour before mine on Sunday nights here. And he also does another show on Thursdays, I want to say. Anyway, check out his channel. Appreciate you, BCC. Always great stuff. The power of Phil's. Yeah, that's right. I knew because he was flipping through some of the art, and I was like, wait a minute, is that his art? Because there was like a third person that wasn't. It was Brandon, CJ, and Tate were there on the panel, and they were like, we have a fourth person.
Because they're working on, because that's another project they're all of them are working on, and I'm interested in that one too. I think it's CJ's baby, but there's a lot of like big people that are a part of it, like Tate, Siren, Brandon, Dismay Comics. I'm drawing a blank at the 4th, but basically it's like the idea of their book is they all have 6 pages to work with. They have the story outline, but then they each individually have to come up with the like story and the characters and the art. So you're basically in one book, it's like the same story and everything, but it's each person's interpretation and, you know, with the story and the art. So, and I've heard like Siren's, like his version is like an anamorphic, you know. No, it sounds really interesting.
Yeah.
I
can't wait. Definitely going to support that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, appreciate you, man. You always shout me out when I pop in to say hi. Watch you a little bit. Always go back and watch what books you have coming up on the FOC that you're shouting out.
And I do watch. I'm just really bad at commenting afterwards.
You what?
Like I said I do watch, but I'm really bad about leaving a comment afterwards. I'll watch and then
always.
And sometimes I tell myself, "Oh, I'm gonna leave the comment," and then nope.
Oh, you're lucky. CJ was giving out those ash cans this weekend. Yeah,
I just want to see a couple of them. I'm supposed to be online to get like a review copy, but it very much piques my curiosity.
I'm sure you could find CJ the entire weekend over there by those ladies that were dressed in tape.
Tape, yeah.
Anyone can see my artist pages. Yeah. Yep. It's great. I love that. Just the different
I like that
art like that. Yeah. Almost abandoned the project. Hey man, God, you got 2 little kids. I can't believe you do that. I mean,
yeah,
you got to sit aside. I would say,
because I have to imagine it's like 30 minutes to an hour or maybe more. So I mean, just the dedication to do that, like, no, I applaud you, and it's fantastic work. Every piece is good.
See you, Carmen. Appreciate you coming by. Really do.
Hey, Carmen. We're almost done.
The only other thing, I was looking at some of the Marvel, and I was really disappointed in New York Comic Con because I was in my heart. I was really hoping for a Dr. Aphra announcement.
And there wasn't.
Because Aphra's done, Vader's done, and Star Wars is done. They're about to reboot everything, and there's still no... They got all this different announcements with Star Wars, with the High Republic, they're doing
the High Republic. Dude, they got
Jedi story right before Episode 1.
like
They're
19.
doing so much freaking stuff, and it's like, where's my
They got
ad for it?
19 books related to the High Republic that's coming out, and it's like, bro, it did not do good. And then on top of that,
Yeah.
you tried to branch off to TV, and that did not do good. Like,
And they're doing that. They're in the acolyte stuff in comics. You're like, why?
I know, and I'm like, what granted y'all to move forward? And I'm probably one of the few people who like parts of the Acolyte, but I mean, it's got a mainstream hating out there, you know, like people are already trying to decanonize it. Like, and that they've only done this once before with The Last Jedi. Like, that's kind of saying something.
Yeah, so
I
was
don't know.
upset with that.
Marvel was not. Marvel was pretty much all Doom, Venom, and
Yeah, Doom. They're going to be pushing Doom super hard. That's all I got. You got anything else?
That's all I got.
Again, everybody that voted for me and Mike in the CBC Awards. Really appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so much for that. Going to be announcing that on November 2nd. I don't expect to win just because there's so many bigger channels that I was up against. But I love you all so much for voting. And have a great weekend or a great week. And as always, Matt Woods.